Irroí rénggamma. Today on this auspicious Wednesday of Fagun March, very auspicious celebration is going on starting today. Alií-Ayé-Lígang. Irroí rénggamma. Happy Alií-Ayé-Lígang. Alií-Ayé-Liga sonolum apungam ngok ayangam apunga pupadar padulangka ay padulangka doni polo bomierung. May doni polo bless you all. So I belong to a community, second largest tribe of Assam, missing. Today is the auspicious day of our festival. Our festival, Doni Polo. In Doni Polo's blessing, we start this Alií-Ayé-Lígang. Alií-Ayé-Lígang is the festival of our community, second largest tribe of Assam, missing. Alií-Ayé-Lígang. Ali means the root, Ay means the fruit, and Ligang means the sacred sowing festival, the seed. So this is the particular day on Wednesday we sow. The earth opens up to accept the offerings. So on this very day we sow. The seed sowing ceremony goes on, and we seek ancestral blessings. And this time I was looking after my family, my uncle and all. They were not well. Again I had to go for shooting. Again lots of hectic. Academic, as if I'm reading some lecture from academy, but it's a very great interpretations. Dr. Puneet Kumarji, discovering the science of ancient Northeast in each belief system that have which I have come to know, and you need to cover more. And I am looking very exhausted, and also watching lots of cinema. Thank you, film fair. As a jury I am like now have to complete many cinemas for film fair awards. Making it twice each cinema. Nighttime 2 cinema twice, I'm repeating daytime 2. So this exhaustion, I missed everything, and this indeed is a blessing. I missed all the exhaustion. I'm reading something scientific, and science is everywhere. You say, in our thoughts, in our agriculture, in the air we breathe, everything. Science in the cell, the body part we are made up of, in our relation, in our thought process. Science in. Thank you for something beautiful you have contributed. Missing journal, you can call magazine, Lolat, and everything scientific. Thank you. Irroí, happy Alií-Ayé-Lígang to you also, sir, Dr. Puneet Kumarji. Happy Alií-Ayé-Lígang. And son is. I missed today's this year's. I'm almost a regular contributor for the very prestigious journals. It's Lolat and rénggamma. It often is one of the best journal here, but I'll be missing I couldn't send my articles, but from my community, scientist community, to my tribal community. Sir Puneet, thank you for sharing me the article for Lolat the magazine. Welcome to our community, missing community. I always wanted a scientific intervention to our thought, belief system, because we are nature worshipper. We worship three: the sun, the moon, the god, the elements of nature, which we on par resembles, and on par we comparatively we proudly connect to our Hinduism, the Hindu Shastra, equal to Hindu Shastra, the elements. Only the difference is that we treat Doni, the sun, as a goddess because of the fertility factor, and the moon, the god, father. Even in dark, the father shows you the light, but the mother gives birth. Without sun, nothing will be born. So, Sir Puneet, scientist, I would like to read your article because I couldn't write my article. My writing this time I thought I'll do all research on the gammic. We call this gammic design. how nature has inculcated in our the theory of nature. The whole element is in our dress. This is called ege gasor, two piece. Ege means the wraparound, down we wrap, and gasor is the chadar, the shawl, the gasor. So right from item songs going on, background music of human sapiens first started 2-3 million years ago. There are different folklores and folk tales and source of inspiration. Every civilization has created design, either nature, the universe, everything. So I did the research, but I couldn't write. I could have written, but I didn't want it simply to write, so I missed it. So, sir, I'll start. The way you have done scientific research into our belief system, discovering the science of ancient in Northeast India. Ancient Northeast India represents one of the most intellectually vibrant yet underrepresented region in the scientific history of the Indian subcontinent. Archaeological, meteorological, and anthropological evidence increasingly reveals that the region nurtured advanced, localized scientific traditions long before the consolidation of classical Indian scientific system in the Gangetic plains. From early iron metallurgy in Manipur to sophisticated megalithic engineering in Khasi Jaintia hills, from Neolithic industries to ecological mastery reflected in Mithun domestication and soil management, Northeast India demonstrate a deeply empirical environment scientific culture rather than centralized textual tradition. Science in this region evolved as applied community embedded knowledge system, practical, adaptive, and cumulative across generation. Early iron metallurgy in Manipur, the Kakching hub. One of the most remarkable scientific advancement of ancient in Northeast India is early iron metallurgy in Manipur, particularly the Kakching region. Archaeological evidence suggests that iron smelting was practiced here as early as 4th century CE, Common Era, before BC, ECE, possibly even earlier. Slag heaps, furnace remains, terrace, and iron artifacts point to a well-developed indigenous metallurgical tradition. The Kakchin Valley emerged as an important iron smelting center because it possessed all the essential natural and human resources required for metallurgical activity. The region has abundance of lateritic iron ore deposit, dense forest cover the supply charcoal as fuel, and sustainable clay for constructing furnaces. This is really long. The technology, I'm just skipping. Technological sophistication evident in Kakching challenges the assumption that metallurgical innovation spread solely from Gangetic heartland. Instead, it reveals the existence of parallel center of metallurgical excellence that evolved independently within frontier ecological juncture. Boo, baby! Aye, quiet. Oh my goodness. Baby! Boo! Neolithic, lithic, and bone industries. Kangkui Cave. The Kangkui Cave in Ukhrul district of Manipur offers compelling evidence of a vibrant Neolithic scientific culture in ancient Northeast India. Excavation at the site have yielded a rich assemblance of bone tools such as scrapers, chisels, pointed implements, alongside stone artifacts including hand axes, flags, and blades, as well as clear habitation layers indicating sustained human occupation. The presence of specialized bone industry is particularly significant. Bone tool production demands careful anatomical knowledge of animal structure, thoughtful material selection based on density and durability, and shaping techniques involving scraping, grinding, and polishing. It reflects the functional design thinking. Where tools were crafted along with specific tasks. Okay. Lithic technology uncovered at Kankui further reveals systematic knowledge of fracture mechanics, the shaping of hand axes, tools, understanding of conchoidal fracture pattern, strategic control of striking angles, deliberate selection of suitable raw material, quartz, basalt, locally available stones. Such technological sophistication represent experimental material science in prehistoric form. So these are improved efficiency and functionality. Megalithic engineering in Khasi and Jaintia Hill. Megalithic tradition of Khasi and Jaintia Hills as monumental expression of indigenous engineering scattered across the highland landscape are imposing menhirs, upright monolithic stones along with dolmens, cairns, elaborate memorial complexes that testify to a long-standing cultural and technological tradition. Although ethnographic evidence indicates that megaliths serve memorial, ritual, and social function, their construction clearly reflect mathematical planning and geometric reasoning. Yes. Tradition has always, mathematical interpretation were always there. Overall, the megalithic tradition of Khasi and Jaintia Hill reveals an applied science deeply embedded within ritual life, a sophisticated fusion of social memory, symbolic expression, and engineering precision. Bioarchaeology and Mithun domestication. The domestication of Mithun, Bos frontalis, a semi-domesticated bovine native to Northeast India, represent another significant indigenous scientific understanding. Mithun occupies a central place in the ritual, economic, and cultural life of Naga and several other communities, in symbolizing wealth, status, and social bonds. Okay. Bioarchaeological ethnographic evidence suggests that ancient communities in the region managed to herd health, understood seasonal migration and foraging cycles, and integrated animal husbandry with shifting cultivation practice. Okay. So environmental adaptation and social science. Khasi are marked by distinctive geological and climatic conditions including high rainfall, acidic soil, lateritic formation rich in iron and aluminum. Agriculture in such environment presents significant challenges requiring deliberate, well-informed social management strategies. Shifting cultivation, often mischaracterized as primitive, in fact represent a sophisticated and adaptive ecological system. When practiced responsibly, it follows rotational cycle. So, practice responsibly. Indigenous knowledge as applied science. Unlike other classical Sanskritic scientific tradition that produced formal textual treatises, the scientific culture of Northeast India was predominantly oral, experiential, and practice-based. Knowledge was transmitted across generations through apprenticeship system, ritual instructions, active community participation, and careful seasonal observation of natural cycle. Okay. Rethinking scientific geography. The history of Indian science is often narrated through celebrated centers and figures such as Takshashila and Nalanda, scholars like Aryabhata and Sruta, technological marvels such as Iron Pillar of Delhi, mathematical brilliance of Kerala school. While these achievements are undeniably significant, Northeast India represents a parallel civilizational laboratory that developed along different ecological and cultural trajectories. Here, scientific knowledge did not primarily evolve in royal courts or monastic universities, but in forests, hills, and caves, shaped by monsoon intensity, seismic and tectonic landscape, dense biodiversity, and complex river system. Continuity into living tradition. Many scientific practice rooted in ancient Northeast India continues to survive in living tradition today. This include traditional bamboo construction, reflects an intuitive understanding of structural and engineering principles as such as tensile strength, flexibility, shock absorption, and efficient load distribution. Qualities especially valuable in high rainfall and earthquake-prone region. Similarly, traditional fermentation technique used in preparing local food beverages demonstrate practical microbiological insights. Even in the absence of formal scientific terminology, communities learn to regulate temperature, moisture, and storage condition to encourage beneficial microbial activity while preventing spoilage. This living tradition forms a vital bridge between archaeology and contemporary practice. So, how ancient knowledge systems remain relevant, offering valuable models for sustainable low energy and environmentally responsive technological pathways in the modern world. The science was experimental in method, ecologically grounded in orientation. The communities centered in transmission and sustainable in practice. It demonstrates that advanced knowledge system that can flourish even without written codification. Driven instead by necessity, careful observation, collective participation, and intergenerational continuity. As India re-examines its civilizational heritage through interdisciplinary research, Northeast India deserves a central place in the broader narrative of scientific history. Its legacy reminds us that science is not confined to laboratories or formal treatises. It is also the accumulated wisdom of communities engaging intelligently and respectfully with their environment. Recovering and integrating this knowledge into mainstream historiography will not only correct long-standing historical it will not only correct long-standing historical imbalances, but also provide inspiration for sustainable technological thinking in the present and future. Thank you for this overall. Generally, you have written for the how through tradition, even in tradition, the cultural heritage, the society, community system, how the ancestors even they had hidden science in their practice, right? So beautifully you have written for our magazine Lolad. It's rénggamma and Lolad. You have written for Lolad, discovering the science of ancient Northeast India. Ancient, but this has inspired digital era to be this precise. Thank you, Dr. Puneet Kumarji. And next year, I'll wait to write along with you for rénggamma and Lolad. Irroí rénggamma. Again, a very happy Alií-Ayé-Lígang to all I love. Thank you. Irroí rénggamma.